Hello, this is Melissa Beaty from Melissa's Bible Resource Library. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope that you'll find that all the things I have to offer can help enrich your walk with the Lord. To help you out, I wanted to go through step by step, showing you all the different things I have to offer and just kind of how to navigate all that's there. So why don't we jump right in there and see what we can get into.
All right, folks, when you first come to the website, you have the introductory video, which I believe I'm going to be changing this one shortly. But there'll be something there, just giving you the basics. Then here on the About tab, again, you're just going to see my mission statement right here, and then some basic information, a couple of pictures, just some little things. Of course, at the bottom of the page, you can hit the like on Facebook. Appreciate that one. In the blog, you're going to find information about my Sunday school things, just a couple of articles that I've written and, the typical stuff you might find. Just some advice on being a Sunday school teacher. Got the different categories over here for to use, and this stuff is pretty straightforward. On the resources, there are two main things. I've got the additional resources, which will take you out of the website, and then my own actual products. This is definitely where you want to go. As you can see, it's the worksheets, puzzles, and all the materials you need to complete your Sunday school. You can see I have been doing this for quite a while. I started in Genesis and I have been working through the Bible. I had a Sunday school student. His parents got rededicated and started coming back to church, and he had never been in Sunday school. So I was starting with him from scratch, 8 years old, and I'm like, I need to go back to Genesis. So we started going through the Bible, and I realized that, hey, this would be a great thing to put up, and a lot of other people could use it too. So when you come in here, you're going to see it's by books and the sections. Let's just go in here and open up the creation. So when you do that, you're going to see here is a worksheet about the creation. From here, you can open with, if you have that, it's a PDF file. You can just print. I'm in Google Chrome, so some of the menus may look different, but whatever browser you're using, there'll be a pop-up maybe down at the bottom or in the corner, giving you the options to download, print, share with somebody else, or more actions. From here, you maybe just want to look at it, get some ideas for your own class, or you can go ahead and download a print. Again, these are all for free. I wanted you to be able to use them. So here also included is the key for each one. Here is a scripture reference. This is so you know what scripture I pulled each of these questions from, as well as if you just want to have your students to read, you can just open up your Bibles and read. I strongly recommend reading scriptures in class instead of the Bible stories, because even at a young age, the kids can understand it, and it helps them as they get older to be able to read the scriptures and be like, oh, I can't understand the King James Version Bible. Well, if they've been hearing it since they were 4 and 5, they'll be fine with it as adults. Also, it's your role as a Sunday school teacher to be able to put it to them in a way that they can understand. I mean, like here, for the creation, just knowing, can you number the order in which God was be able to create things? Does that really require a big vocabulary or anything like that? No, but it's an exciting, fun way for the students of whatever age to be able to understand how God created existence, which is pretty cool. So when we get done, you see it opens in a new tab, so we're just going to close this tab, go back. I am currently working on publicizing all of the notes that go along with this. These are just the worksheets only. When you see a little asterisk, that means that I have the examples there. So let's look at Joshua here. So when we open up with Joshua, we're going to see this is a survey of the Bible lesson. We're going to find our topic, Joshua. Here are the key points. These are the things that each lesson is going to cover. So part 1 would be week 1 of your Sunday school class, about how God set borders for the promised land. He decreed that only Joshua and Caleb may enter Canaan. Moses died. Joshua took Moses' place, and God encourages Joshua and elevated him in the eyes of the people. So those are the main things you're going to cover in the lessons. For the younger students, you may just want to verbally tell them these things. But here for the preteens or even the teens, I have laid out just word for word an example of a lesson. So part 1, the study. This is what you as the teacher need to be looking over to figure out what to use. As you get on in here, it's going to give a summary of what we did last time. Was previously you were in Deuteronomy. This is talking about the tabernacles and the books of the law and things. We just did those I did those as a summary. Plus also in here, you're going to get into an introduction to today's lesson. The book of Joshua talks about blah, blah, blah. And then you get the reference. You would read this aloud in class or have some of the students read you. And then here's the commentary on that, the lessons you can take away or the explanation of the scripture. Same format, read a couple of verses, talk about it, read some verses, talk about it. And then activity means we're done. So for Joshua 1, we see activity. Then if we come back over here to Joshua part 1, we're going to find the activity that goes along with those exact scriptures, which is Joshua's calling, where he went over the Jordan River and God magnified him by having him part the river. So we've got the key words: magnified, Moses was involved, Joshua the Jordan was involved, they went to Jericho, and all those things. So just basic little cute things. And then here's the scripture that we read in class. So the right there again for the quick reference as you're teaching, with the key there for you as well. That's pretty neat. There are also individual things. Here's a really cool chart. This one took a lot of effort just because there's so many details. But I put the kings in chronological order and lining up where you can see. So here Jeroboam, he had a long reign, and during his reign, Rehoboam, Abijam, and Asa, the beginning of Asa's reigns was during him. So that you can kind of see how the kings relate to each other, and that's pretty useful for that time period. Also have some basic word searches when you're just stuck for something to do, and some Easter stuff. And these sections are continuing to grow with as much time as I'm able. I'm pumping this stuff out. The other main aspect of the website here is for the daily devotionals. At the rate I'm going, in 5 years, I'll have the entire Bible put up here. Now I understand why Jay Burnham made me took 5 years to go through the Bible Bus Bowl, because if you do one chapter a day for 5 days a week, it takes you 5 years to go through the Bible. So here's the latest one that just came out, Jeremiah 34. We'll open it up. It's just a regular block thing. Got the little summary here for you to be able to look. Then I've got the lesson from the test that apparently I don't know, a while occasionally we believe we'll move things around after I posted them. But my header is not there like it should be. But here's the before God is the section header for the lesson. This is my takeaway. And it talks about here King Zedekiah told the Jews to renew the covenant with God. They all agreed, like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to free all our slaves. We're going to do things like we're supposed to do. And then turned right around and went back on the word. So it's talking about the consequences to breaking a vow that you made before God. Here's the two headers that were supposed to be at the beginning. And I got the verse-by-verse commentary, which is what you would normally have in any commentary, just looking at what's going on in each couple of verses, as well as expounding any imagery, prophecy, that type of thing, giving you the cross references to things that you need to know. And of course, I gotta throw in an image every once in a while. Then at the bottom, you will be able to comment, and my email address is already in there, but just comment, give your information. That way you can say, hey, I found this was really cool, blah, blah, blah. Let me go and get you to one where the headings came out right. Let's hope this one did okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to look. The summary, the chapter name, lessons from the text, and there we go. And then your verse by verse. So you see some of them are short, some of them are long. Just kind of how it depends on what all's in the chapter and how much time I have that week to really get in there. So this is organized. You can go by dates, but really it's going to be the category because as your book title. I got it 25 per page, so you shouldn't be able to go through many. Isaiah is complete. So if we click on Isaiah here, unfortunately it puts it, newest up first, so it's going to be in reverse order of what you want. So you'd have to scroll down here to the bottom, and then you'll have to hit previous, and scroll on down. Previous. And you can see when I first started, the format really has changed. But here's Isaiah 1:1. So that's how you navigate those around. This is 25 per page. Most books will just be on one page, Right, so next up in the worship section is going to be all my sermons. Now these, you'll notice I hit just the sermon. I didn't go into any others, just the original sermon page. And the reason I did that is here you're going to find them just listed all in a row. So like our most recent one, Brother John Harris preached on the bread of life. So from here you're going to just click on whatever month you're interested in. You see something you want. And then unfortunately the server is not as quick as I'd like to be. And it may take you 15-20 minutes for load. Go get yourself some coffee or something, and it will be loaded by the time you get back. But let's see. What is your fruit is loaded? So you just click on it.
When I go in the script.
And then you can hear them going. And I'm glad I picked that one because you heard the cough. One of my disclaimers is being recorded from the pew. You do get background noise. These are not professional recordings, but you can still really learn a lot from these preachers. They are great men of God, and I really support them 100%. And I know you'll be blessed by listening to the messages too. Last but not least, let me go ahead and show on the sermon sections. I got it by month, but I also have yearly archives. So let's go to 2015. And let me just show you again. These will just list it as an overview. Click on the month to go where you want to go. I've tried to make everything as user-friendly as I can. Then, last but not least, you can go to the contact page if you want to send me anything, question, suggestion, salutation. Because, I thought it was cool to make every word end with a T-I-O-N. Give me your information. Let me know, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can. I'm currently switching jobs, so I expect that I may have a little bit harder time keeping up with the website until I get used to the new position, but I'm looking forward to it, and I know it will be a blessing from the Lord. Well, that should pretty much do it.
Well, I trust that this tutorial has been a help to you. I look forward to hearing from you and to hearing how this has helped you in your journeys with the Lord. Thanks for stopping by. God bless.